What is going on? What is going on? My name is Ashton Anthony, and you are now tuned in to the seventh episode of the Get Back Podcast, the podcast where we bring on a guest each and every week and dive a little bit more into their passions and interests, while also talking about the best topics in the world of sports, music, and entertainment. This week, I have a special guest on. I say that every week, but each week is a special guest. Um, One of my friends we met this semester. He's a part of the
Double ISE, double ISE, which is the Institute of Industrial Systems Engineers.
It's a tongue twister. It's a
Um,
real tongue twister.
it is president of SDA Aggies. That's how we met. We're Seventh Day Adventists. I'm in NAACP.
Yeah,
Junior. I'm a senior next year. Shout out to all my current seniors, but
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, what he said. Because I'm actually glad you stepped in. 'Cause I
Yeah.
would have messed that all up.
You're fine.
But my boy Ian Billet,
Yes.
um, like you said, we met this semester, and we really in SDA Aggies, and like you said, it was 7 Day Adventist. If you don't know what that is, basically, it's
It's just a denomination of
it's just a
Christianity.
denomination.
That
Like
that's all it is. But we go to church on Saturdays. That's the only switch up.
I wouldn't even say it's a
We do.
denomination because it's like it's still under the Christian denomination. It's like
You-
there's some minor differences, but
Minor, but
if you went to a SDA church and a regular church,
there's
you wouldn't
minor
tell the difference.
differences, but we got some major experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, and like I said, we chop it up all the time, especially after church. And so I
Yeah.
was like, you know what, I gotta have you on the podcast. So I appreciate you for coming on.
No problem. No
Um,
problem.
we just gonna get right into it. Well, first, before I'm gonna give a little bit of time. How was your week? The semester is rolling up or coming to a close. You're going into your senior year. So how you feel?
Um, this has just been like since the last week of April, to now, I just been kind of like soaking it all in, um, like you said, I'm gonna be a senior next year. I graduate the same time next year, but I don't know. This is like a bittersweet graduation for me. This my closest friends, they're class of 24, they're graduating next week, May 11th, and I'm excited for them. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with their lives. I know they're passionate and determined, but
Mhm.
these are like my best of friends, and I'm gonna miss them. You're gonna be out of here December,
Uh,
so I'm just interested to see like, what life has in store, with, all my
everyone.
closest people just moving around, and just how am I gonna navigate life? And I'm gonna be all right, I'm gonna be good. But I'm just interested to see that.
Yeah, and I definitely say that as well because we kind of do share similar. Even though I do, graduate in December, it's still like one extra semester that I have to go without. Some of my closest friends, they're all graduating the semester as well, and it's kind of like bittersweet, but also it's like I don't know. It's kind of like a pain, a sharp pain, but it's like I really needed like an extra semester.
Mm,
I'm really supposed semester, but like my freshman year. So like quick little story. My freshman year, I came in COVID year, and so spring semester I went home and took my classes online, and I only took like 3 classes.
mm,
Had to withdraw from one, and I failed the other just because not because the don't try to play me like I'm not smart or nothing, but I was working at the time and it was just a lot, and so I just couldn't really balance that with that class because it was I forgot which class it was, but um yeah, I just balanced trying to balance it. I couldn't really do it, so I failed that class. And then I didn't really take no summer courses after that. So that kind of set me behind. So this semester, I was looking at like 21 exact credits in order to
mm.
graduate. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not like, so yeah, I'm staying like one extra semester. I got the role of senior editor for the student
That's good.
newspaper.
Clap
So
it up, everybody.
yeah.
Clap it up.
But yeah, so but back to like the whole thing, like a lot of my friends is graduating, and that's why I kind of like a sharp pain because like, dang, I should be with y'all for like
Nah.
seeing it. Yeah,
I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's kind of just weird for me just because
yeah.
like this has been a trend in my life. Like I'm always gravitated towards the older crowd,
Oh yeah.
and the older crowd is always gravitated towards me. So it's like everybody thinks I should be with them, but I'm really in my I'm in my lane, and that's something to say to you. Like you in your lane, you think you should be with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You doing what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but we gonna get it done. That's all.
we are
That's
gonna get
all
it done.
I have to say. But like I said before, I wanted to talk about the semester and everything, but let's get right into the meat and potatoes of the week.
The meat
So
and potatoes for sure.
for those who don't know, if you don't know, it's been all over the timeline, but in case you don't know, Drake and Kendrick have engaged in a rap beef. Really been spanning for a decade, right? Just about a decade. Little backstory: Kendrick did the Control verse. It's a song by Big Sean. And basically on Kendrick was featured on that track, and he had a verse basically calling out all the rappers in the game, basically saying, you know, I got love for y'all, but I'm trying to murder y'all. It's for sport, you know. Basically saying I'm the best here, and y'all can't see me. Basically, um, he mentioned J. Cole. He said Jermaine Cole, Big Crit, Wale, Drake.
When did Control come out?
2014, I think.
Got you. Okay.
So just like right on.
Yeah, got you. Yeah.
And so he mentioned all those rappers, and basically, this is my opinion. I don't know what really started the beef, but basically the beef started. Drake took that personally, in my opinion. He got on like a radio show, and I believe he was like, those are some really hurtful things he said towards those rappers. He kind of took it. None of the other rappers treated it as sport. Some rappers responded to Kendrick, but it never got like personal. I think Drake took it personal. Um, Not trying to go on Drake's character or anything like that, but he was the only rapper out of the group that took it personal. So, and then ever since then, after he went on that radio show, Kendrick was on the BET cipher, a little cipher that they do at the BET Awards. He was like basically doing like his freestyle, and he was like, "And nothing's been the same since, and nothing was the same since Control or something like that." Basically digging at Drake because Drake's album is nothing was the same, and so he called Drake a sensitive rapper, stuff like that. And so, yeah, just going back and forth, but uh, Metro and Future, which we talked about on this podcast recently in the past couple episodes, uh, they had a song called Like That, and Kendrick was featured on it, and basically he came at the big three. If you don't know what the big three is basically like the same for the top three rappers in the game: Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, and he was like basically the big three is just big me. So that sparked a huge beef war. Drake dropped push-ups and Taylor made with the AI. Tupac. It's a lot. I'm not going to explain everything, but basically just know King Kendrick is back.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. You mentioned Like That. I'm gonna be honest. Whatever side Cole was on, that's what side I was gonna rock with. Cole is, if y'all don't know, Cole is like my number one artist ever. I love J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? And when Like That dropped, I was like, yo, y'all gotta fight back. And my thing is, I've always been non-biased. I've always been a fan of like the game, whether it's sports, rap, whatever. So like I really don't really have a dog in this fight. You know what I'm saying? I was really just only going for Cole. But he dropped out. And this past week, I'm seeing why he dropped out. I'm very we're on good terms now, Jermaine. We can reconcile some things. It got a little personal. I see why you stepped out.
Yeah, and this is why I was like, and I didn't want Jermaine to go into it to begin with, just because I felt like it really just should have been Drake and Cole. I mean Kendrick and Cole, Drake from the start.
Yeah, because Cole really just got astray. I ain't gonna lie, he really just caught astray.
But so Kendrick dropped Euphoria, and I guess we can do a little breakdown on this track.
Yeah, let's
A little breakdown.
let's search up some lyrics. Let's search.
Starting off with the title,
Euphoria.
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 If you don't, Euphoria. If you think of the word Euphoria, or if you somebody says Euphoria, you're gonna think of the HBO show.
Mm-hmm.
Euphoria was Zendaya. Drake is a co-producer on that show. Basically, produced the show, and so
I don't be tapped in with TV. I did not know that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah. So
Wow.
Kendrick, and this is what people are saying. I tend to believe it. Kendrick Euphoria is a show about that it has a lot of child porn, or not child porn, but like
Yeah. I've seen clips of
sex
Euphoria
scenes with younger
with teenagers.
teenagers.
You know what I'm saying? Just depicting high school and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Like I said, Drake is a co-producer on that show. Kendrick uses Euphoria because the allegations that Drake is a pedo. So that to me, I caught that after I listened to the track. So that was like the sprinkle on the top.
I just caught that just now. I ain't gonna
Feel me? So, oh my God, it's just, and I like you said that you were rooting for Cole, and I always say people. I had people like when the whole thing started with the like that this, and I did my little clip. I was like, J. Cole was number 3 for me.
Okay, that's fine.
I say nothing crazy about J. Cole.
That's calm.
I did feel some type of when we apologized because it's like, all right, you say you kill somebody, somebody's favorite rapper and all this. Now the boogeyman come and you want to, and it's cool. If, like I said this so many times, it sounds like a broken record. If he really was twisting and turning that night and everything, I hope he gets the healing he deserves.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When he said that at the concert, that sounded very sorry, bro. It's been another grown man has been keeping you up at night.
That's what I'm saying. So,
can't co-sign that.
About real rap, we not with that. Like I said, I don't want to come at anybody's mental health. If that was really messing with him, okay. Hope you get the healing you need. But we talking about rap. This is why I can't say you with Kendrick. I can't say you with.
It's rap. We not expecting you to be the Pope. We ain't expecting you to be holier than thou.
Yeah.
It's rap, man. You know what game you in. Mm-hmm. You know what game you're in.
But I don't know if you caught this. So when he was like, basically Euphoria started with like a slow pace, as all Kendrick like songs go. He was basically, before the beat came on, he was like, don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell the truth about you. Right. Basically confirming that the Heart Part 4 is about Drake, basically. Because the Heart Part 4, Kendrick does this series where it's like he drops a track before each album release. So Heart Part 4, and then this before Mr. Morale, he dropped the Heart Part 5 with the AI,
Dr.
trying to make it look like
Dr. I was about to
trying to make himself look like Nipsey and Kanye. So, but the Heart Part 4, this came out before Damn. Basically, there was like a rumor going around, like maybe it's about Drake, but it's like people think it's about Big Sean. And I always felt like I never said it was fully about Drake, but I always felt like it was about Drake because he was like, my fans can't wait for me to son you, and he said, I think light went off. Is the visual looking good? Okay. Okay, we can. I don't even know where the other battery's at. So we good. We keep going. But yeah, and so he was like, Drake said he's like Hall of Fame or something, and so Kendrick was like, and Heart Part 4, he was like, oh, Jay-Z Hall of Fame, sent your down, like, wow, yeah. So I always knew it was about Drake, but I just like that he said that and he made a callback to the Heart Part 4 right at Drake. And like, I'll let you go after this, but to me, and this is not me being biased, even though me rooting for like Kendrick does not mean I hate. It doesn't mean I hate. Like, this is a sport. Like we talking about real hoops right here to rap game. You feel me? We talking about real hoops. And so I just feel like Kendrick is top tier. So of course I'm gonna think Kendrick is gonna, do what he has to do. But that does not mean I'm like I hate Drake. So I just want to clear that. But I think Euphoria had more gut punches and was more detrimental than push-ups. Not that push-ups was bad. Like two things could be true, but I just think Euphoria had more.
It had more haymakers. I can't even lie to you. What was it? I listened to push-ups. I listened to push-ups. I thought push-ups was solid. It didn't really make me jump out of my seat. I think Drake, when he made push-ups, he was more so trying to just get a good beat. You know what I'm saying? And have it be catchy. Like Drake knows how to make a good song. You know what I'm saying? Something you can play. I think that's all. I think that's what he was trying to do. He did take some shots, but it wasn't really nothing detrimental.
Yeah.
When I heard Euphoria, I ain't gonna lie to you. Those I'm saying here like real hate is back. Like this is not no friendly beef. We trying to see who's number one. No, like Kendrick really don't like you, bro. he don't like you.
He
like
says some shit don't even gotta be deep, I guess. Like
it don't like he was saying like, oh man, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I've been listening to this since over and over. Like this is crank mixed with hate, bro. Like I have never heard anything like this. I think what also made Euphoria was just Kendrick's voice. Like if you're listening to it, Kendrick sounds crazy.
It's
bro.
the delivery,
It's
and that's
like he sounds insane.
like he wants to kill you. Like he really wants to murder y'all.
Like you don't know nothing about that. Like bro, like
that right there. That was crazy. We jumping all across the song. So what do you want to go like down the track, or do you want to go? Because
we can go down the track. We can go down the track.
Okay. So
I'm on genius.com.
Yeah, me too. I'm on Genius. Got it right here. I think, like I said, he starts off with the the slow before the beat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay,
we can't play it. We can't play it on here. You can't.
I mean, I don't. I might get copyrighted.
Yeah, that's because
I do put this on YouTube.
That's what I was thinking.
But
because I was like, if we can react to it right here, like, and just
I mean,
break it down.
can try to split it. I can.
Okay, we can try to do something. We can try to do something.
I could try to split it because I think I wish we had like a speaker. Dang. I'm for this right here.
Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Happy antique is feeling distasteful. Why calculate you not as calculated? I can even predict your angle. Fabricating stories on the family front cause you heard Mr. Morale. What pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with a hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection.
Stop this shit right here.
Yeah, stop it.
Right there. He says, "You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted." Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never been in your collection,
bro. So I mean, he talks about Drake wanting to be accepted a couple of times in this song. I got a question to you. Why do you think people don't think like Drake feels accepted as like a black person? Like he is mixed. You know what I'm saying? He is mixed. But why do you feel like people are trying to say he's cosplaying the black?
Because Drake did not, and this is what I'm gonna feel like people gonna call me out. I'm gonna be like a Drake hater, but Drake did not grow up in the black culture. He didn't.
He didn't.
And when people on Twitter is like, "Oh, just because you're biracial, that means you're not black." That's not what Kendrick is saying. Because J. Cole is biracial.
J. Cole's biracial, but
his blackness never got called into question.
Nah.
It's about how you get brought up. Like Drake was brought up in a white culture, sprinkles of, you know, and maybe it's because his father and his mother split up when he was 5, so it's not really his fault. But he was brought up as an actor, wanted to go to Hollywood, and he made the switch to hip hop. Drake has done a great job at doing that. Great job.
Great
Like
job. He's
one
one
of
of the
the
goats. He's one of the goats.
arguably the biggest rap artist of our generation.
Yeah,
I mean, without a doubt, the biggest rap, but arguably like the
he's
biggest rap
arguably
artist
one
of
of the
all time,
goats. He's arguably
right?
one of the
Like,
goats.
so he's done a great job, but people, and especially if you're trying to come for somebody that is valued in this game, like Kendrick Lamar, we're gonna be like, hold on, bro, this dude is weak. Like,
Yeah,
you're a culture vulture. You
yeah.
can't be saying you run it, and you didn't even grow up in this shit. You feel me? Like, so
Okay, I think a better question is, when did people start questioning Drake's blackness?
I think people. I mean, obviously, social media is gonna make everything look like it's happening now, but I think in terms of like people in the rap game, it's always been questioned.
Always. I
Like,
mean, because Drake had motion. Drake has motion. I ain't gonna lie.
no, he
He had
does.
motion from the start with Take Care and all that other stuff.
But I feel like West Coast dudes and like I remember like the thing with DMX.
Oh,
They don't,
we don't like using Drake.
they don't respect like people that are like it. People are gonna latch onto you because you got that emotion, and they're gonna like somebody like a Rick Ross, somebody even though they're popping, or they might have tracks without you know um Drake. They Drake is the hottest thing right now, so it's like, of course I'm gonna do the songs with you. You're gonna give me my number one hit, of course, right? Like, but I feel like in the eyes of the real deal rap legends in this game, it's always been a question. In terms of people that are on social media and everything, we don't really matter. We should just be observing this and taking it and appreciate it. This beef is for the industry.
It is. It is.
And that's why like people were saying like even with the Future and Drake stuff, a lot of stuff fans don't catch on until somebody has to leak it out onto the internet. Like the thing where it was like, what would Pluto do? We didn't think that was a diss track.
Yeah.
We didn't think Drake was throwing subliminal shots at him. We just thought Drake was paying homage to the Future because he's one of the guys.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought it was another track.
Yeah. So all this beef is for the industry. So in terms, like, to answer your question, I think it's always been questioned within the industry by some dudes. Some people don't care. Like dudes like The Weeknd and Nav and like ASAP Rocky, their opinions do not matter to me.
Yeah.
Like, but in terms of like the Kendricks, the Snoop Dogs,
the OGs, the real,
they
hold some weight. They hold some weight. I would say I think people started questioning Drake's blackness. I want to say when like as like a people like you and I, like not the industry. I want to say it was like maybe after his beef with Pusha T, maybe a little
blackface.
Yeah, maybe something around there. Also around COB because he started getting the braids and he started getting the tats and the grills and everything. I think that's when people really started to cosplay. Like he started to cosplay. Because Drake has been just rocking a buzz cut fade. Like what made you want to do the braids? Like,
it's the way everybody want to have braids in their head.
Like what made you want to do the braids?
I never got my hair braided until first day of class. Like, never got my hair braided. I would either get my hair twisted or just wear it out. But
yeah,
Drake is like the also thing I heard, and I didn't even realize this until somebody said it. Drake kind of like took the whole flow from Smino.
Yeah, I was seeing that as well. Like, what's up with that?
He's a slick dude, bro. He moves in silence until you don't realize it until after it happens.
Yeah. So you're saying he's a slick dude, right? So let's get back to the track. Kendrick started off by saying, "Don't tell lies about me, and I won't tell truths about you." How bad do you think the truths are going to get?
About Drake?
Yeah,
I don't know.
and that's the scary part
It's scary.
because, like I don't have a dog in this fight. You know, I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of Kendrick, but I notice when somebody has a little bit of weird tendencies. Drake has some weird tendencies.
Yup.
Everybody, Drake has some weird tendencies. So when those truths come out, what extent is those truths going to be? Is it going to be like, oh, Drake has been on this pedo shit for a
But I'm
long time?
also we gonna have to place resume. But also, Kendrick dropped another
He did
diss today.
while we were setting up.
And
while we were setting up.
and the thing that got me like kind of, I don't know, because I feel like Kendrick is being a little bit too free. Like, I don't know if Kendrick has dirt on him at all or not.
Oh no, I think Kendrick most definitely has dirt on him.
No, I'm saying I don't know if Kendrick has dirt. Like, if Drake has dirt on Kendrick, and Kendrick is like, he's acting like, Drake, there's nothing out for Drake to use. Because you saw in the new diss track, he was like, on Instagram, he said, you spent money trying to find some dirt on me, but your boys came back with nothing. He was like, he said, I'm all about peace. And basically he was like, what else did he say? Basically he was just like, why would I go around calling dirt on you? I'm trying to raise that. But
Yeah, we are.
I feel like Kendrick is just, I don't know. Kendrick acting like that, like, well, there's no dirt on me, so you're not gonna find nothing, scares me. Because I feel like Kendrick is about to unload
the clip.
or Drake really has something that's just gonna be like crazy.
I don't think Drake has anything. And then like also with like Listen to Euphoria, I think this was a nod or a little hint that like things could get violent. You know,
Bro,
things could get violent, and like these are still as much as many haymakers that were thrown in Euphoria. This was still like a warm up. Like
this was a warning.
Like this was still like a warning shot. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't know. Me personally, I don't think Drake wants to get violent with Kendrick. I mean, we got to look at backgrounds.
Bro,
We had to look
Kendrick
at background.
is from the West Coast.
He's
Like,
from the
let's
West
not do
Coast.
this,
He's
bro.
from Compton. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no glaze. Kendrick has seen some things. I'm pretty sure. I know Drake has probably seen some things. When you get to that certain level of money and status, you know what I'm saying? Like, you seen some shady stuff going around. But like, Kendrick has grown up in the shady stuff.
Just
Got the
listen to
money.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Got the money. He probably still sees shady stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's a route that, because he's not going to win the lyrical. He's not going to win the lyrical.
Yeah. Nah.
And if it gets to it, he's probably not going to win the violence either.
I don't know, gang.
That's the thing.
I hope it don't get. I don't want it to get violent. Let's just keep it.
We don't wish it violence, but we also know what game this is.
Let's just keep it hoops.
You know,
I don't need no Biggie Tupac.
We don't need that. But we do understand history tends to repeat itself. We do understand it.
And I'm not going to lie. I'm a viewer. But if it gets to that point, Drake is out of my catalog. I can't.
If it gets to the point where we find out some crazy stuff.
Or even if we do find out some crazy stuff, and that's what I also want to, like, I know we got to get back to this track, but that's what I also want to know. Are y'all really going, and this is for the viewers, are y'all really going to treat Drake like he's like, are y'all really going to cancel this man if something?
You know, and that's a question. You know what I'm saying? That's a really good question, because let's talk about like the people we've canceled. We've canceled R. Kelly before. Like, well, not before. We canceled R. Kelly. He has hits, but like I feel like it was easy for our generation to cancel R. Kelly
because we didn't grow up on.
We didn't grow up on R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, R. Kelly was the millennials hit maker. I think
there was a point where people thought R. Kelly was like, not saying he is, I'm not saying he was going to be, but there was a point where people was like, okay, this might be MJ type.
Yeah, like people really thought that about R. Kelly, and Drake with his streaming. You know what I'm saying? Didn't he just pass MJ with number one?
Yeah,
He just passed MJ. He has the Grammys. He has the awards. How I personally don't think people would cancel Drake. I personally don't think that would happen.
I think we gotta hold some people accountable.
I think we do. No matter what crime they've committed, we have to hold people accountable and everything.
Yeah.
But Drake has done so many routes, has been in so many subgenres in the rap game that it's he has too many hits. That's my thing. What is your aux playlist in the car ride gonna look like with no Drake?
I mean, yeah, that is kind of crazy. Just thinking off the back of my head, funeral ways, headlines.
I like Crank. I be playing Lord Knows all the time.
Oh my goodness.
I be playing No New Friends.
Western Roll flows.
I've been recently playing Keep the Family Close. Bro, he has hits.
Yeah.
I just don't see people canceling him.
Let's actually, we're gonna be talking for a minute. Let's
get back into the track.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna split this up. Joe, this is not like a first time reaction. We're just going over the track basically.
Right.
So
all right, I'm at verse 1 now.
This right here, so I don't mean to put it off again. But when he says, I make music that electrify him, you make music that pacifies him.
Yeah.
Trying to bring up that pedo shit again.
Is that he trying to bring up that? He trying to say your music is boring? You know what I'm saying? It's putting people to sleep.
Yeah. So
I can't.
Don't tell no lie about me. This one shit gets real.
This is when I heard the trumpet. I said, "Hold on, we switching up something."
So this kind of went over my head too. So one, he says, "I'm reaping what I sow." I ain't thinking about no reap. I'm reaping what I sow. Cole on Benny the Butcher was like, basically he's the reaper. He was like.
Still, J. Cole got a little bit of strays, but we not really worried. We're not really worried about that.
But also, he said, "Got a Benjamin and a Jackson on my house like I'm Joe." Okay, basically saying,
I have bread.
But I also have a Jackson in my house, and I'm about to beat you like I'm Joe Jackson, like Joe did to Michael.
That's
because Drake be calling himself Michael.
That's crazy.
Just come.
That you're exposing some things for me right now.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on. That right there. Have you ever paid 500,000? To an open kick.
I saw some things.
You saw that?
I saw some things about that on Twitter.
Drake gave us basically a sexual assault accuser $500K to drop her allegations.
And that's where it got dicey.
This is where it gets messy.
That's where it got dicey. Here's what I think is gonna happen. I think Drake is gonna come back one more time. And I think once Drake responds, we're gonna nuke.
Like,
it's it's gonna be finished. I just don't see it. Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing.
Hey, with the rap. They turn into nuns, then hop online. Like, pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer. He wanna be junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. The ninja must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park his son. The very first time I shot
Okay.
Drake.
Sorry, I gotta pause that again.
He's right.
Because he's talking about Jay Prince right there.
Yeah.
Jay Prince is Drake's man. Basically saying, Jay Prince, if you want to get into this, I will kill your son.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what he's saying. And the reason why he said, must have forgot that what they've done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I'll park your son. Obviously, dementia, Parkinson's disease.
Yeah.
Forget.
He forget.
I'll park your son. Jay Prince came up parking cars.
Mm.
Like, Drake, you asked for triple and quadruple entendres, you're getting it, and he's killing you.
Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing.
Let's go. Talking about Tupac's ring.
What is it, the braids? What is it, the braids? Yo, that part gets me all the time.
Kissing and hugging on stage. I love her to death. And in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. It's not nobody can tell me. I don't want to talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're cold and Nari, no, I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they ain't my real friends. If not, Hawaii and W Melly.
Pause. Pause. He explained it to us in 8 bars like he said he would.
Here's and this is what Kendrick has always said. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, the control verse. He said, "I got love for y'all, but I'm trying to murder y'all." Meaning, do not take this personally. I'm just about to be the best rapper in the game, and don't take it personally. I got love for y'all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas, basically. And so Kendrick is keeping that same energy. Drake and Cole, don't get it twisted, right? Don't get it twisted. Like, damn, I lost my train of thought. Basically, Drake and Cole, don't get it twisted. I'm trying. The crown is heavy.
Mm-hmm.
The throne of the rap game is a heavy burden to carry, right? So do not take this personal. I hope y'all my friends, but if not, I'm gonna kill y'all niggas anyway.
Right.
I'm gonna kill y'all regardless. So that's like, let's get back to it because
I like that bar as well.
Yeah. Let me see you push a T.
You better off spinning the skin on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet.
I don't get that bar.
What, he's Terrence Thornton?
No, I know Terrence Thornton is
Pusha T.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see what does whooping feet mean.
I mean, I don't know what whooping feet means, but Terrence Crawford, boxer.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. So whooping feet. This is why I love Genius, even though sometimes they don't be 100% correct. Whooping feet is LA slang for beating someone up so bad that they end up out of their shoes.
Ooh.
Basically.
Tough situation.
Who's that? Antonio? My guy. Now you good. I was gonna ask if you could bring the tripod too, but you didn't. Like to Cooper? Oh. Well, I don't need it anyway though, because I'm using my phone. So you good. But yeah. So basically, Y&W Melly, he killed his mans.
He killed his friends.
So
fighting the murder charge.
Kendrick is like, if you take this person, I'm just gonna kill you, my friends. But
Yeah.
Terrence Thornton is Pusha T's name. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. I'm gonna beat you so hard. I'm gonna whoop you so hard you're gonna end up out your shoes.
Yeah.
Basically.
that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck cause they confuse themselves with.
Can you pause that?
Yeah,
I said we, it's not just me. I'm with the culture feeling.
So that's when the real hate comes in. I hate the way that you walk, the way he don't like nothing about you, Drake. Like not a thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's
Odell
somebody,
just signed with Miami.
huh?
Odell just signed with Miami.
Wow.
Okay, but
Wow.
my fault. It just popped up on my phone.
anyway,
3 million.
Nah. I'm saying, but like, I ain't gonna lie. If somebody said they hate everything about me, I gotta look in the mirror, bro. Like I
What's
have
wrong with me?
like what? Like there's nothing that's salvageable. Like nothing. Like this is crazy. It was that, and then I don't know, saying Gunna. If y'all don't know, Gunna's also another one of my favorites. I thought Gunna caught a stray.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a stray.
Basically saying like, I know some stuff about Drake that makes Gunna want to look like a
Like, cause you know Gunna took the plea deal and all that.
Basically saying Gunna snitched, but what I say about you and what you alleged you snitch is gonna make Gunna look like.
Yeah. But we hate the
hate the woman you have sex with. And it's not just me. Notice I said we, because that's what the culture feeling. That's why I mess with Kendrick.
But I'm saying, like, he says we hate the women you have sex with because they confuse themselves with real women. What does he mean by that?
You think? Oh,
what is it? Hey, what does he mean? It's 2024. You know what I'm saying?
So you trying to say
what does he mean by that, Drake?
He not messing with real women.
That's politically incorrect.
He's Dwight Howard?
That's politically incorrect. But wow. Drake, is he saying that about you? You know what I'm saying? That it's 2024. Love what you do. Love who you are. But like, is that what he's saying about you?
Bro, because this was a kid messy.
Is that what he's... Keep playing.
Oh, damn, I lost it. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Pause. Drake, are you out here paying for abs? Drake, are you out here paying for abs, brother?
He said,
listen, man.
Basically, so people think he's talking about a car. So this is crazy, right? He's like, my first one's like my last one. Right. You can't cap it. I'm not gonna lie. Your last album, Mr. Morale, was not a classic. I gotta keep it P.
Mr. Morale was not that good. I can't even fake.
It was a good album. And say Drake doesn't have a classic.
That's like, what are we doing? But like at the end of the day, like it's beef. We got to put something in there to.
But he said, let your core audience stomach that. Let your core audience stomach that. But let your core audience stomach that. Yeah. Like your core is your stomach.
He's giving them all the entendres. You know what I'm saying? When normally when Kendrick songs drop, people be stretching. They be just coming up with things that Kendrick is saying, and like his words have meaning that Kendrick probably don't even know. But yeah. I think Kendrick was saying some things. You know what I'm saying? Under the we got to read between the lines with it. You know what I'm saying?
The industry is going crazy. We just don't know. Like that's to me. This was crazy. Goes back to the hate. Oh,
pause.
Yeah.
I was hearing some things about the feature request. I heard he wanted him on first-person shooter.
And that's how the beef started. Everybody is saying Kendrick started this beef, and that's not true. They wanted him on first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Kendrick said, basically, why am I going to hop on your track? If I feel like I'm the greatest, why am I gonna hop on your track and
promote you?
Yeah, because let's be real, it still promotes Drake at the end of the day. Because Drake's talking about I'm MJ, I'm number one. Kendrick's not gonna hop on the track because Kendrick is number one. That's how he feels. Right. So they said that Drake and Cole threw a shot at him on first person shooter that we didn't get at first because we are fans and we're supposed to be just accepting what we have. We're not supposed to be in the lives of these rappers and these celebrities, right? And so that's why Kendrick retaliated on like that.
Right.
So, yeah. Hold on. He said, I hate you say much that I hate that you say the N-word.
Yeah.
It don't even gotta be deep. I just hate you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Keep playing.
Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and there won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen it yet.
Pause. Bro, this is what I'm saying is going to get violent. Saying you haven't seen the man yet. If I'm Drake, and I'm how old is Drake? What, 30, 36, 35, 36?
He's like damn near 40.
He's something around there, right?
Mm.
Saying he hasn't seen a man yet is crazy. It is crazy. That's something somebody questioned my manhood. That's something we got to talk about, bro.
And he goes, I'm a play it real quick because I want to play the other bar and then we'll pause it again.
Bleed him, yeah. Can I bleed him? When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Shoot your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you.
Okay, so he goes, like you said, calls him the boy. Basically said, you say you the boy, but I ain't even see the man yet. Drake always says in his songs, it's the boy.
Yeah.
But it's the boy, basically. So he said, but he goes in later into Drake not being man enough to raise a son, not being able enough to be a father. So he goes from calling him a boy, I haven't seen a man yet, questions you and your gender by also saying, I believe you bad bitches.
Like,
with Sexy Red.
I believe and see it too. What they put up a pic of him and Sexy Red on the timeline. Drake is doing the duck lips. Drake is doing the duck lips, man.
So he says you're the boy, and then he goes to. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. All this we listen to. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed you yet. Can I bleed you?
Like this ain't nothing. What I just said wasn't nothing, bro. This is just crazy.
And then he also, before I paused it, he also addressed the splits of that Drake alleged, like, oh, drop it, give me 50. Mm-hmm. Trying to, like, drop it, give me 50 push-ups, but also drop it and give me 50. 50%. Kendrick said that's BS, basically. Yeah, so he said, let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you, basically. So
he's trying to go band for band with Drake. Is that what we're trying to do here, fellas?
Pause. Drake tried to put a cease and desist on like that. That is the softest move of the year.
Here's the thing. It is sorry, but I understand it. When like that dropped, what was it? It was the weekend before Aggie Fest. They was playing that at the Darties, bro. All week. They was playing that at the Darties, bro.
Until Gunna drops, so far this is song of the year. Like that is
song of the year, bro. Like, I understand the cease and desist, Drake. I would do it myself as well. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all can call me a punk, whatever. But if it's getting played at the Darties, in the clubs, it got played in the TNT studio while I'm watching the halftime report for the playoff games.
Euphoria got played.
I would do it too. I understand,
but
brother.
he also mentions back to back. He hints. He also does that warning stuff like, I'm gonna get back to that for the record.
You know,
like,
man.
Yeah. So
and he got back to that. We saw it 6:16 this morning. He got back to back.
Trying to think of my life is rap. This whole shit, I got a son in the race, but I can see you don't know nothing about God. Breaking them up, know nothing about God. I tell them to pray, know nothing about God. I give them tools to walk through life like day by day, know nothing about God. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that.
Pause. Do you know how much somebody has to hate you and how many things you've had to do to somebody for them to say you have no integrity, no morals, and no discipline? If somebody says that again, if somebody says something like that to me, I have to look at myself in the mirror because you basically just told me I was not raised right.
Yeah.
I have no redeemable qualities about myself.
Mhm.
I have no admirable qualities about myself.
Your father didn't raise you, right? And now you're not raising your son right because you're out here trying to still live your young life. You pushing 40. So Kendrick is basically in all this. What makes it crazy, and it's a triple entendre as well. Your dad didn't raise you. You're not raising your son. So I'm about to raise you right now. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy word. And I know this is the stuff that's going to hit Drake where it hurt. Because I remember they brought up the video where he was on Yachty's like interview podcast type, and Yachty was like Drake was like, dang, you get old, and he was like, by the time I'm your age, you gonna be like one of the OGs,
Yeah.
and Drake was just like he was silent for him, and like he was like kind of hurt. So, but yeah, let's go back. This should not play. Oh, I lost it for a second. Yeah.
We have to 820v1.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Yeah, bring him out too. I clean him out. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts on AI? Nigga feeling like Joe Hill Austin. For you, he was in a film called AI. And my 6'6" telling me to off him. I'm a big niggas all in their coffin. Yeah, Hobie Ho niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast and you fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Oh. Family Crody. It can get deep in the family Crody. Talk about me and my family Crody. Someone go bleed in your family Crody. I be a New York King eating fried rice with a dick sauce and a blammy Crody. Tell me your cheese and fam.
Hey, bro, Drake. He just started making fun of your set, bro. He was just trying to imitate the Toronto accent. What
I don't know if you caught it on Twitter, but
the new Ho Hing?
Drake got robbed at that place, basically.
Bro, I tweeted that. I said, what is New Ho Hing, bro? And somebody replied and said that's where Drake got robbed at. I'm like, well, I didn't know that.
And that place has now gotten a lot of people. Like,
I seen that 5-star reviews, $500 tips, all that.
so
I seen that.
Kendrick, people were like, "Oh, Kendrick did more. Is doing more.
He doing more for bro. Imagine somebody you beefing with does more for your community than you, bro. Like that's nasty.
And listen, and this is the part for me where it's just like I feel like when we talk about the delivery and Kendrick
For sure.
sounds like hey, just right in this line right here. Warning. And he ends it. Bro, sorry. Stop. Oh. So look. So let's say Drake drops a track and he says the N-word. How are we feeling?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think Drake should respond.
Are we cringing at that?
I'm personally not cringing at that. I've been hearing Drake saying the N word my whole life, bro. I'm personally not cringing at that.
Did you see the video of Drake, like, it was like 10, 15 years ago, where he, like, said the N-word, and this was, like, when he was making the switch, and he was like, yeah, that's my nigger.
He said that? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Hey, if that's true, I ain't gonna lie, Drake, you can't...
Doing whatever, somewhere else. It just sort of, it bugged me, man. It bugged me because it was like somebody I looked up to at one point. It's somebody that I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing.
Son.
Hey, Drake. Hey, Drake. Aubrey, we gonna need to have some discussions, brother.
This is why, and it's not because he's biracial, not because he has a white mother. It's because how he was raised. And we just students at North Carolina A&T. These will probably this podcast will not even grace Drake's eyes or ears. But given our opinion, this like people think, oh, so that means anybody that's not 100% black can't say the N word. No, we're saying,
It's how you say it.
and
It's
you're
how you
brought
feel
up,
it.
like how you're brought up. Drake, you wasn't brought up like Drake was brought up Degrassi, trying to be the next.
Drake didn't come from no struggle, guys. Like and I'm not saying the black experience has to be synonymous with the struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he ain't see everything that. And I haven't grown up from the struggle either. I'm not from no hood or nothing like that. But I definitely have my fair share of black experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Drake, I don't think Drake got those experiences. You know,
You don't know nothing about that.
like I don't think Drake has. You know, I'm not going to say he hasn't had a bad encounter with the police, but I don't think Drake has had one of those bad encounters with the police at a young age. I've had them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think Drake has witnessed restaurants taking in a white family before them. You know,
Mhm.
even before, like even when the black family was there, I've encountered that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I think Kendrick has got you with this one, brother. I think Kendrick has it, bro.
And so, you know, he also dropped something today. We don't really gotta
get into that.
It was kind of chill, but he was like, I think the thing that stood out to me was like, he was like, you want to play the Have You Ever or game? He was like, let's play that game. He was like, what makes you think OVO not working for me? Basically questioning
That's some
people.
crazy stuff, bro. Like
he basically questioned. I'm gonna play.
And even then, him saying that, like, Kendrick could be lying. I don't know Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick could be lying, saying like some people in OVO working for him. You know, but like even just the thought of that, like, wow, like, do I really have some snakes in the grass? Like, bro, I know that OVO Google Meets was jumping today. I know they were sitting at that board table. Hey, yo,
come to the
who's the Judas?
We're picking Drake, and this whole thing is like Drake has been in this before.
Yeah.
But I was telling people, I'm like, the thing that's scary, Kendrick has never been in this before. This is somebody who he's a rap, hip hop, like he studies this.
Mm-hmm.
He's been waiting for this. Tupac is his idol.
He's been waiting.
And when Drake used Tupac and Snoop Dogg in his little,
I think that's where he messed up.
That's when he messed up. Kendrick has been praying. He's been waiting.
Because not only is it his idol, but you AI'd his idol, bro. Like, that's corny, son. I ain't gonna lie, that's corny, bro.
But yeah, that's our little. We only gonna have like 2 topics for this pod, but I think we had. Whoa, how much time we had, really? Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah. So moving on, we finally we haven't really talked about sports on the podcast this whole semester, but it's time to talk about the playoffs, NBA playoffs. Let me just say one thing before you go. The Philadelphia 76ers, I don't rock with them.
Why?
Everything Philadelphia can just burn.
Why? Why don't you rock with them?
And if you're from Philadelphia, no, listen, it's not towards you. Just this, listen. FanDuel, right?
I've been telling y'all to get off the FanDuel. I did not. I should have known this is where this was going.
Game 6. Philadelphia starts off trolling. I'm like, okay. So I place a bet, $10. I know I shouldn't be, $10. I didn't lose no money. Matter of fact, I still have my.
That's good.
I didn't
Okay.
lose them.
Okay.
But I got a bonus bet. They gave me a bonus bet, basically.
They baiting them.
$10. You do $10, and they give you a $200 bonus bet.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
So I just okay, cool. So this $200 bonus bet, over 200.
MCL. I think you need at least 6 months for that. I don't think he was ever able to
See
come back.
who's had the best performance throughout the series.
I'm gonna have to give it to Anthony Edwards. I'm gonna have to give it to Anthony Edwards. I'm gonna have to give it to the whole Timberwolves squad, but like I'm gonna prop up Anthony Edwards as well. For you to be able to this is Anthony Edwards. It's his third season, right? Because he came into the league in 2021. Yeah, it's his
Yeah.
third season. This is his second time in the playoffs. What I saw when I saw him doing game one, like him talking to KD, because he think KD the GOAT. For him to give KD buckets and start talking to him, and then just that whole Timberwolves squad, they play great defense, and that's a testament to coaching because I see them on their rotations. They don't leave one pass like a person who's one pass away open. They rotate. They know how to switch. They know how to hedge. Um, I think the Wolves were supposed to win that series just because they've been tenacious on defense. But I also think Phoenix was not well constructed to win anything. When you have three scorers, you need a facilitator.
Yeah.
Devin Booker can't be a facilitator. Bradley Beal for sure can't be a facilitator. I saw that from his 10 years in Washington. And Kevin Durant is one of the best scorers of all time. Have we ever known him to be a facilitator?
Yeah.
No. Like the Suns' whole game plan was whoever offense. that's all it was.
And that's why we when the Bradley Beal trade went down, we knew it was.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Like, people was like, "Oh, they got 30-point per game scorers," but it's like
that's not
okay,
happening.
how are we going to get them in rhythm though?
Yeah, and how is that even gonna you're probably only gonna get? Has that even happened this season?
What?
Each of them have 30-point games.
No.
And I was like, that's not going to happen.
Because they barely had any time on the court together as well. Like you remember that first couple weeks of the season, not couple weeks, couple months of the season, where it was like the first 20 games. I don't think they all played together.
As far as I think throughout the series, Anthony Edwards, but I gotta give some love to Jalen Brunson as well.
Back to the Knicks series.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Jalen Brunson is great. But he did start off the series a little shaky. I didn't. The way he was playing, I didn't think the Knicks were going to win. I wanted the Knicks to win, but I didn't think the Knicks were going to win the series just because, the first two games, he didn't really look like he was trying to win.
He was had to get in a rhythm.
Yeah, I think he just had to get in the rhythm. I think he had to realize that the offense was going to run through him, mostly just because they don't have Julius Randle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't have Julius Randle. And they don't have any other person that can say, all right, come go get a bucket. It's just Jalen Brunson and Dante DiVincenzo. Dante DiVincenzo doesn't give out bucks. Like,
yeah, and that is my problem with the Knicks, because it's like, all right, how are we going to? Are y'all gonna be able to keep it up?
Yeah,
Like, is Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart,
yeah.
these dudes, are they gonna be able to? And that's what we kind of saw.
I think they are able to are going to be able to keep it up, because I think when you mix like a certain chemistry, because Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, they all played at Villanova together. They won a national championship together. I think when you have camaraderie,
Chemistry,
and good chemistry, but you also have a coach in Tom Thibodeau that has that one has been to the playoffs before. He's been there with the Bulls. He was the coach of the Wolves as well. When Jimmy Butler was there. And now he's on the Knicks, but he's so defensive minded, and he wants to win every single game. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a coach like that and mixed with good chemistry, I think you can keep up your spirits and keep up your momentum. But then at the end of the day, playoffs also, the NBA playoffs for sure, also comes down to talent.
Yeah.
It comes who has the most talent, because you can have a bad coach, and what makes you get to the finals, what makes you win the championship, at the end of the day is talent. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I say that because I don't think Steve Kerr is a great coach.
Me neither.
I don't think Steve Kerr is a great coach. I think he just, like, you got to remember, he stepped on the scene when Mark Jackson left.
Yep.
And that team already made it to the finals. And then the year after, he had Kevin Durant. Steve Kerr has been riding coattails of the 2017, 2018 Warriors the whole time. I don't think he's a good coach. So that's why I say talent brings you so far.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we still have, I think there's 2 more series that still have to be decided.
No, I think there's
Cleveland and Orlando.
Cleveland and Orlando, and
Clippers and
Mavs. I love watching Clippers and Mavs. Every when the playoffs come, I love, because Luka hates the Clippers. I don't know why he hates the Clippers,
because they always beat them.
But like, I can't even say they always do. They really always beat them?
Not always, but they always give them problems. Like,
I mean, they always give the Mavericks problems, but I'm saying, like, Luka, like, he gives them 30 every game. Like, it's something crazy. It's like, why? Like, what about the Clippers makes you want to do this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when he did in the bubble with the step back game winner, I was like, yo, my God. Like, it was that. And then, 2021, it happened again. He was giving them bucks, because I ain't gonna lie to you. 2021, they shouldn't have made it to 6 games with them, and he made it to 6 games, and now it's looking like they're about to bounce him out the playoffs. Granted, Kawhi is injured, but was Kawhi really a difference maker? If the 2 games he played, they both lost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't.
Crazy. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
That's crazy.
To think about that.
I've been watching basketball since 2009, since I was 6 years old. Now people are gonna be like, you haven't been indulging the stats. Obviously not, but I have been watching the game. You know what I'm saying? I never thought in a million years I would have the Timberwolves going to the finals ever. You know what I'm saying? I think that's crazy. But I think Boston does make it to the finals. I would hope so. I can't really see them, because after this matchup, Boston plays the Cavs. I think Boston beats the Cavs, and I don't think if the Pacers make it out, God willing, you know what I'm saying, I don't think the Pacers beat Boston, but Boston has a tendency to fold. You know what I'm saying? They've had one title. They've only had one title in this century. Boston has a tendency to fold. And I think if Boston folds, do we look at blowing it up? Like, do we look at moving Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, because they've been going to war together since 2017, 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
it's been a conversation at the end of every season.
Yeah, and it's like now you have Chris Stops, now you have Drew Holiday, who just came off an All-Star season last year with the Bucks, and was he first or second team All Defensive? He was one of those two. You know, you have good pieces. You have a good role player in Derek White. Like I said earlier, he gave y'all 30 in back-to-back games. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Kristaps Porzingis, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though Porzingis hasn't played super well, like Porzingis can still give you 20. He can still stretch the floor. And, you know, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, bucket getters. If you don't get it done,
that's crazy.
The issue is not coaching, because they're obviously well coached.
Yeah.
It's just the mesh of the team, you know?
Yeah, but are you into football?
I am into football.
So I assume you're a Washington Commanders fan.
I'm a Maryland fan, you know what I'm saying? I'm more
So Baltimore.
I like both of them. I like both
Okay.
of them. You know, they're in different conferences, so I can root for both of them. You know?
So how do you feel about the Commanders drafting Jaden Daniels?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been watching the Commanders since 20. I can remember RG3 days. So if that's what 2011, I think that's around there. I can remember RG3 and Alfred Morris days. I'm be honest with you. We've been in the draft lottery for the past 3 years. Yeah, I think it's been 3 years. I'm not moved. Like I know he just picked up a Heisman winner, you know. But what am I supposed to be happy about? We've been having lottery picks since the day I've been watching.
Yeah.
We've been getting bounced out in the wild card since the day I've been
Well,
watching
not really lottery, but
we've had some favorable picks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We haven't done anything with them. I've been watching Kirk Cousins and Jordan Reed, you know what I'm saying, losing the first game, the wild card. I've been watching that all. What do I have to look forward to? You know what I'm saying?
It's like a wait and see.
I've been seeing coaches come in and out, GMs come in and out. You know, like, I'm sorry, the number 2 pick doesn't move me.
It doesn't move you until he shows some.
Like it doesn't move me.
Yeah, and the thing about Jaden, to me, I say I think Jaden's cool.
Yeah,
but he only had one good season out of 5 years, and that's what really is like. I'm like, is when I see that, it's like, okay, all right.
I don't know. I don't think we should have given up on Sam Howell. Now Sam Howell wasn't, you know, the best. You know, he wasn't the best. But like, you can't really expect your quarterback to be the best when your offensive line is not that good. When you're not drawing plays up to get the ball into your number one receiver's hands like that. You know, your defense isn't good. Like,
Yeah,
like what Brian Forbes Jr. They've called him Forbes for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, any wide receiver that's going against Brian Forbes Jr. is getting paid.
Oh, Emmanuel Forbes.
Oh, that's
Emmanuel
Forbes.
That's lunch. That's lunch.
Lunch. I remember watching that Chicago Bears watch the Commanders Monday night game, and I said DJ Moore has 200 yards. And he's not the quarterback. What are we doing?
Great.
200 yards. I think he had 3 tuds as well. And he's not the quarterback. Like, that's quarterback numbers for a wide receiver. Like, that's crazy. You know? We gave Montez Sweat and Chase Young. Our defensive line was the only highlighted part of our team. I'm not moved by this. I'm not moved.
Yeah.
That we finally sold the team. I'm still not moved. I don't care.
And that's like the worst of the worst.
Like, I don't care, bro.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I had to stop supporting my old team.
Who was your old team, brother?
The Giants. I had to stop.
I
had to stop. This season, I will be supporting the Houston Texans.
I like CJ.
I'm an Ohio State fan, so
I like CJ.
I've been with CJ. They just got Stephon, Nico.
I think Houston is very serious with what they want to do with CJ Stroud. You know, I didn't expect them to make it to the second round of the playoffs. You know, they lost to the Ravens this past playoffs. I did not see that for them. You know, CJ is obviously a stud, but then be able to you know, build around him. You know, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, they were pretty good highlights. But then you add a third and Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is going to be the one, by the way. But You add a third good wide receiver. Dalton Schultz is very serviceable at the tight end position. You have Laramie Tunsil at the left tackle, or is he left guard? But you have a solid offensive line, and then you pick up Joe Mixon. You know, Joe Mixon's not the best. Joe Mixon's not the best running back, but Joe Mixon is very serviceable.
And
Their defense is
Neil
good.
Will Anderson,
Derek Stingley Jr.
Like, come on,
they have something cooking in Houston.
But I don't, because a lot of teams do this. They load up in the off season, and then the season comes, they just fall flat. I hope that
I don't think that's the case.
Because
then again, they got a good coach in D'Amico. You know, I don't think that's the case for them.
Yeah, they should be doing some great things, but yeah, I think that's a good point to wrap up.
Yes.
So
we've been going for a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This is probably like the longest episode.
We've been just chopping it up, right?
This year. But yeah, I appreciate you. If y'all go into the description, Ian's Instagram link will be there. Check them out, follow them. And yeah, so I'd like to say appreciate you.
Appreciate you for having me. Appreciate you for having me.
This is not the last time you will see Ian on this podcast. Next semester is definitely like.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely talk some more for sure.
So, but yeah, I appreciate you, gang. But yeah, with that being said, make sure if you haven't already, comment your thoughts if you have any. If you haven't already, subscribe as well. If you're not subscribed and you're watching, what are you doing? But this was episode 7 of the Get Back podcast. My name is Ashton Anthony, and we will see you next week.
Peace.